Hello everyone. He who denies the Father and the Son is antichrist. 1 John 2:22. In this video, I'd like to show you clearly and decisively how it ultimately comes down to this. You must either deny the doctrine of the Trinity, or you must deny the Father and the Son. And it comes down to that. And to deny the Father and the Son is Antichrist, as John says. You just have to think about it a little bit, not very much. In the doctrine of the Trinity, the Holy Spirit is not the Father, and the Father is not the Holy Spirit. In the doctrine of the Trinity, the Son is not the Holy Spirit, and the Holy Spirit is not the Son. That's just a given in the doctrine of the Trinity. You can't have the doctrine of the Trinity and say the Father is the Holy Spirit. You can't have it in the doctrine of the Trinity that the Son is the Holy Spirit. Otherwise, you wouldn't have three persons. Because in the doctrine of the Trinity, the Holy Spirit is a third person. And if you say the Father is the Holy Spirit, they're one and the same person, and you don't have three persons anymore, and you don't have the doctrine of the Trinity. So in the doctrine of the Trinity, the Father is not the Holy Spirit, and the Holy Spirit is not the Father. The Son is not the Holy Spirit, and the Holy Spirit is not the Son. All right? The Scriptures teach us that believers have one Spirit, the Holy Spirit. The Scriptures also teach us that the Father and the Son come to make their home in us. And you can read about that at John 14. And there's several other passages that essentially say the same thing. God is at work in believers, for example. Christ in you, a common New Testament phrase. Jesus, the Son, is in true believers. God is in true believers. Just as Jesus promised, he said, we will come to make our abode or our home in you. And here's the problem in the doctrine of the Trinity. When the Holy Spirit comes into you, in the doctrine of the Trinity, that is not the Father. When the Holy Spirit comes into you, that is not the Son. Okay? So how could the Father and the Son possibly be in you? Do you have three spirits? The Scriptures say we have one Spirit. And the Scriptures also say that the Father and the Son come to make their home in us. How is that possible unless the Father and the Son are that one Spirit? And that's precisely what the doctrine of the Trinity denies. Okay? So you have a choice. You have a choice. If you agree that you have one Spirit in you, and all believers have one Spirit in them, as the Scriptures say over and over, then the Father and the Son have to be that Spirit, which shows the doctrine of the Trinity to be false. And you must deny the doctrine of the Trinity as a false doctrine. Or you accept the doctrine of the Trinity, and you accept that the Father and the Son are not in you. You deny that the Father and the Son in you are in you, because they can't be in you. The Holy Spirit is not the Father or the Son, and the Father or the Son is not the Holy Spirit, and you only have one Spirit in you. You see that? And so you must deny that the Father and the Son are in you. That's Antichrist, friend. You need to think about this very, very, very carefully. God bless you.